Lord Chesterfield's letters to his son. London, October 30th, 1747. Dear boy, I am very well pleased that your itinerarium, which you sent me from uh, Rathbone, it shows me that you observe and inquire as you go, which is the true end of traveling. Those who travel heedlessly from place to place, observing only their distances from each other, and attending only to their accommodation at the inn at night, set out fools and will certainly return so. Those who only mind the rare shows of the places which they go through, such as steeples, clocks, town houses, etc., get so little by their travels that they might as well stay at home. But those who observe and inquire into the situations and the strengths and weaknesses, the trade, the manufacturers, the government, and constitution of every place they go to, who frequent the best companies and attend their several manners and characters, those alone travel with advantage, and as they set out wise, return wiser. I would advise you always to get the shortest description or history of every place which where you make any stay, and such a book, however imperfect, will still suggest to you matter for inquiry upon which you may get better information from the people of the places. For example, while you are in Leipzig, get some short account, and to be sure there are many such, of the present state of the town, and with regards to its magistrates, its police, its privileges, etc., and then inform yourself more minutely upon all those heads in conversation with the most intelligent people. Do the same thing afterwards with regards to the electorate of Saxony. You will find a short history of it in Puffendorf's introduction, which will give you a general idea of it and point out to you the proper objects of a mere minute inquiry. In short, be curious, attentive, inquisitive as to everything. Listlessness and indolence are always blamable, but at your age they are unpardonable. Consider how precious and how important for all the rest of your life are your moments for these next 3 or 4 years, and do not lose one of them. Do not think I mean that you should study all day long. I am far from advising or desiring it, but I desire that you would be doing something or other all day long, and not neglect half hours and quarters of hours, which at the end of the day amount to a great sum. For instance, there are many short intervals in the day between studies and pleasures. Instead of sitting idle and yawning in these intervals, take up a book, though, and take up any book, though ever so trifling a one, even down to a jest book. It is still better than doing nothing. Nor do I call pleasures idleness or time lost, provided they are the pleasures of a rational being. On the contrary, a certain portion of your time employed in these pleasures is very usefully employed. Such are public speeches, such are public spectacles, assemblies of good company, cheerful suppers, and even balls, and then these require attention, or else your time is quite lost. There are a great many people who think themselves employed all day, and who, if they were to cast up their accounts at night, would find that they had done just nothing. They have read 2 or 3 hours mechanically without attending to what they read, and consequently without ever retaining it or reasoning upon it. From thence they saunter into company without taking any part in it, and without observing the characters of the persons, of the subjects of the conversation, but are either thinking of some trifle foreign to the present purpose, or not thinking at all, which silly and idle suspension of thought they would dignify with the name of absence and distraction. They go afterwards, it may be, to a play where they gape at the company and the lights, but without minding the very thing that they want to the play. Pray to you, pray Pray do you be as attentive to your pleasures as your studies. In the latter, observe and reflect upon all that you read, and in former, be watchful and attentive to all that you see and hear, and never have it to say, as 1,000 fools do, of things that were said and done before their faces. Truly they do not mind them, because they are thinking of something else. Why are they thinking of something else? And if they are, why did they come there? The truth is that the fools were thinking of nothing. Remember the hawk age. Do what you are about. Be that what it will. It is either worth doing well or not at all. Whenever you are, wherever you are, have, as the low vulgar expression is, your ears and your eyes upon you. Instead, listen to everything that is said and see everything that is done. Observe the looks and the countenances of those who speak, which is often a sure way of discovering the truth from that which they say. But then keep all those observations to yourself for your own private use, and rarely communicate them to others. Observe without being thought an observer, for otherwise people will be upon their guard before you. Consider seriously and follow carefully. I beseech you, my dear child, and advise you the advice which from time to time I have given and shall continue to give you. It is at once the result of my long experience and the effect of my tenderness for you. I can have no interest in it but yours. You are not yet capable of wishing yourself half as well as I wish you. Follow, therefore, for the time at least, implicitly, advice which you cannot suspect, though possibly you may not yet see the particular advantages of it, but you will one day feel them. Adieu.